I've been taking into consideration some suggestions made by others to me, especially the ones insisting that I play this guy's game and win. Well, I've always had it in me to be eager to take on adventures. Ever since I was a teenager in high school, I was doing lots of stupid but thrilling stuff. So congratulations to those who told me to steer from law enforcement and play his game, because I decided I have nothing to lose in that bathroom stall. After an hour of hiding out and thinking, I unlocked my phone, found the mysterious number that was messaging me, and called it. No answer. Called the number about 4 more times to the same response. Confused, I decided to just head back to my apartment and see if the guy was still there. After an exhausting walk back, I arrived back at the front door to my building. The sun had just barely broken above the horizon. I unlocked the front door.
It appears that the italic text above is about as far as our good friend Colin got with his little adventures. Whether you like it or not, I'll finish the series for him and explain why his situation led to the current result. Colin was a nobody in life. I had never met him personally until he approached me with the machete he described in an earlier update of his. He may appear to be a confident individual that wasn't afraid to take risks in life, but in reality, he was no braver than a young teenage girl entering a haunted house. The second he was forced to his knees, he begged. He begged and pleaded and screamed and cried like a teenage girl. His balls were like eggs, a shell hiding the soft center. It wasn't even a hard shell either. The guy broke down faster than anyone else who had betrayed me. Colin didn't care about anyone else in his life but himself. He was a parasite. He spent his life using people to better his own life and decrease the quality of life for others. Money, substances, sexual activity, and pride were his main motives. He would secretly steal his parents' credit and debit cards, using them to buy whatever made him happy, and was smart enough to get away with it. He never had a steady relationship, probably because all he saw in any woman was sex, 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 and more sex. He had no friends. They all realized how manipulative he was, and they all deserted him. Colin was kicked out of college for a sexual assault accusation, which the file showed to be pretty believable to say the least. He was useless in life. He contributed nothing to society. He used valuable resources that could have been used by more useful and more intelligent individuals that want to better the world in their own community. He was a waste of life. The only reason why I even bothered to involve myself in his life was because he indirectly begged me to. When he first browsed my marketplace looking for whatever substances he was looking to buy, I was able to spend quite a bit of time researching Colin and realized that this man was a waste of space. I did what I could to get into his head and involve myself in his life so I could perform more research. Once I knew enough about this man, I decided to proceed and put the target on his back. I'll explain the rest of the story that Colin was unfortunately unable to finish. So as you can tell, Colin didn't call the police. I knew exactly where he was. I knew he wasn't going to call the police or tell anyone about his situation. At this point, he was so messed up in the head by the entire situation, he believed it was his duty to win. He came back to his apartment hours after we'd already left. I knew he was going to try and kill me, too. He spent the next few days preparing to do it, thinking I wouldn't notice the transactions on his credit card. He fell into a trap, to say the very least. He thought it was as simple as inviting me into an empty apartment and blowing my brains out from exactly 216 yards away. That's the exact distance the idiot was from his apartment. The simplicity of my plan was too great, to be honest with you. $500 could get anyone to walk into this guy's apartment. And one unlucky soul did. He wandered into Colin's apartment, unaware he was about to be shot dead in cold blood. The poor fellow didn't see it coming. Boom! A bullet broke through the second-story window, piercing the man's heart and killing him instantly. He had literally set himself up. He walked over to his apartment, and by the time he realized it wasn't me, the police were already up the steps. So Colin's going to rot in a maximum security jail cell for the rest of his life, until he hangs himself or gets a shank in the neck. So that's the end of this series. Sorry if it's not the ending that you expected or wanted, but you get what you get.